You're talking to Michael Serveris from Cirque du Freak, the vampire's assistant. Michael, good morning, man.
Hey, good morning, Vic.
It's good to talk to you this morning. I'm very excited about this movie, only because I'm not a fan of any of these recent vampire movies.
I am with you on that.
This one, though, from what I've seen and what I've heard, this looks like one I could get into.
Well, I hope so. It's kind of great. It's got a little bit of something for everybody. It's based on this series of books called the Cirque du Freak series that were real popular a little while ago, and it's it's got creepy stuff, it's got scary stuff, it's got exciting stuff, and it's got a lot of funny stuff. You've got like John C. Reilly, so there's going to be humor involved, and you've got Salma Hayek in a beard, and as uncomfortable as it makes me to admit it, she's still really hot.
Yeah, it's rough to see somebody like that that's hot, that puts on a beard, and you're still a little attracted to him. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like to tell your friends.
Exactly. Tell people a little bit about who you play in the movie.
I play Mr. Tiny, who is the basic outline of the movie is there's a freak show that has been run by these vampires for about hundreds of years, and they're kind of two warring factions of vampires, and two high school kids come to the freak show and get mixed up in the whole thing. But behind it all, there's this guy named Mr. Tiny who basically just kind of wants to create chaos and bring about a war between these two factions of vampires. And I play Mr. Tiny. He's about 400 pounds. He's not a freak. He's not a vampire. He's something that even the scary vampires are afraid of. Ooh. And he just likes to kind of sit back and enjoy the mess.
Excellent. So, yeah, for people that are into all these vampire things, like in this movie, there's the two different types of vampires. There are the vampires that'll, suck your blood just to live, but then they let you go on, and then there's the vampires that try to kill you.
Right.
Right?
Right. Yeah, the John C. Reilly's group are the vampires, and they've learned to just kind of sip from their human dinners and kind of get along with human beings more or less. And then the Vampanese, who are just the typical bloodthirsty monsters that we're used to.
Excellent. What kind of watching this, I can't tell if it's like an action movie or a comedy movie or a vampire movie. How do you classify this?
Well, I think it's a little hard to classify it. I think all those things are true. There's kind of bits of all of it kind of mixed in together, and hopefully that's what's going to make it stand out and what's going to make it appeal to a whole lot of people, because people who like any one of those genres hopefully will come and enjoy the whole thing.
Excellent. That's very cool. Was it cool? Was it cool to get to work with that kind of diverse group of people on a film?
Yeah, it made for a really kind of cool set, because you would go to work, and we played a lot. The director was also really into kind of everybody bringing their own particular thing to it. So if you have a scene with John C. Reilly and Willem Dafoe and Ken Watanabe all in the same scene, everybody's kind of doing their own thing, but playing off each other. So, we would kind of rewrite on the set and change things up, and it was really exciting and really creative kind of process. And then plus we were shooting the whole thing in New Orleans, which adds a whole other layer of, strangeness and coolness to the whole thing. So I think it came out, it doesn't look or feel like any of the kind of typical vampire movies that you've seen.
Yeah, what's it like down in New Orleans now? I haven't been down there since the devastation. Is it still pretty devastated?
Well, for the casual tourists, for people who are going to just come and do the things that people usually do, it's entirely back and open for business and better than ever in a lot of ways. But there still is a tremendous amount that needs to be done, and in the areas as you get further away from the French Quarter and stuff, you'll start to see, areas where homes still haven't been torn down or moved into again, or you'll see just big, slabs of what used to be the foundations of the houses for blocks and blocks as you get into the Ninth Ward and St. Bernard Parish and stuff. So it's still, New Orleans still definitely needs our help and needs people to come down and volunteer. I've been going back since I was down there shooting to help out with Habitat for Humanity and different charities and AIDS groups and stuff, because it's just such a unique place, and it really deserves our help and to keep it preserved and bring it back. But it really is a place that people can go and have a fantastic time now. It's not it's definitely on the mend, and they've done an amazing job. And a lot of it, to be honest, has really been just the people there doing it themselves, not waiting for the government to step in.
Yeah.
So it's a real success story, but it's still got a long way to go.
Excellent. Obviously anything anybody can do to help is probably appreciated down there.
Absolutely.
What's coming up for you after Cirque du Freak, The Vampire's Assistant? Anything else on the agenda?
Well, I'm starting previews for a new Broadway show called In the Next Room, or The Vibrator Play. That starts Thursday. And then I'm doing a recurring character on this TV series Fringe on Fox. I play this character called the Observer. Who's,
creepy.
Yeah, this mysterious guy with no eyebrows, and I seem to be doing a lot of things that involve sitting in a makeup chair for hours. Like on that, they cover my eyebrows up. On Cirque du Freak, they made me, look about 300 pounds heavier than I am, but yeah, Fringe is going to be continuing, and the Observer has more and more crucial role to play as the story plays out.
Excellent. Well, obviously people can check you out on Fringe as well, but then also Cirque du Freak, The Vampire's Assistant. I think it looks great, and it opens this Friday. People can check it out here in Billings at the Winsong 10. Michael Serveris, thanks so much for joining us this morning, man.
Thanks a lot, Jake.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.